Hey everyone, welcome back to another Player Props video. We went 5-0. We had a 5-0 sweep in the WNBA yesterday on the best bets and the leans. So hopefully that can carry over into this NBA slate because we need all the luck we can get on this Pacers Thunder series, which we have a horrible record on. Let's jump into it. Before we do that, if you are new here, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. This helps me push the channel out to more people. My picks will always be free no matter how big I get. So I appreciate the free little things that you can do for me along the way. All right, so recapping our two best bets from the last NBA slate, we took TJ McConnell over 10.5 points and assists. He had been playing out of his mind the first few games, and he hooked us, landing on 10 exactly. He got most of that in the first half and then didn't play much in the second half. Isaiah Joe, I told you guys this was going to be a risky one. He came in, he did take 1-3, and he missed it. He only played 5 minutes, and I warned you that that was probably going to happen. So that one we did not hit. Our total NBA run for this series between the Thunder and the Pacers is a miserable 5-10. But our WNBA run since the beginning of the WNBA season is 19. Been missing out on those videos. Check those out. Tomorrow we're going to have 6 games on the WNBA slate, and I have a feeling we're going to get some winners there. So don't forget to check us out. Our best bets for this upcoming game tonight, we're going to take one that we took last time and it cashed for us. So Tyrese Halliburton over 6 field goals made. I actually got this at 5.5 early a few days ago, but I'm also comfortable taking it at 6 for the push. So here is showing the playoffs, Tyrese Halliburton in the playoffs. He's averaging 6.9 field goals made in the playoffs. And then he's over this line in 3 out of 5 against the Bucks, 3 out of 5 against the Cavs, 4 out of 6 against the Knicks, and then 4 out of 4 against the Thunder so far. I do think that the Thunder are going to play tough defense in this game. They really want this win, and they're playing at home. So this is going to be a rough one for Tyrese Halliburton, but I'm going to roll with them. It's cashed for us before in the past, and the data is showing that it could cash for us again. Moving on to play number 2, Jalen Williams over 4.5 assists. He's over in 11 of 15 in the playoffs here, although he didn't go over this in the last 2 games against the Pacers because he was too busy scoring himself. This, I assume, will get bumped up to 5, at least on Prize Picks, sites like that. So if that does happen and you don't want the push, you could just pivot over to 10.5 rebounds and assists, which he hasn't cleared in this series, but he was clearing before that. Consistently in the playoffs. And so he's gotten right up to that line. He just hasn't gone over it against the Pacers or in recent games. So that's probably where I would pivot if I couldn't get this at 4.5. Now, I want to be upfront with you. I bet this in the last game. It did not cash, so we are going back to it. And then number 3, we're taking another shot on Isaiah Hartenstein over 12.5 points and rebounds. He's over in 10 of 15, but only 1 of 4 in the Pacers series. And it's 13.5 on most books. 12.5, I found that on Underdog. He has not been utilized. He has just not been utilized in the past few games, and I don't know why. So he's been playing minutes. He just has not been getting used at all. So I don't know. This is a kind of a shot in the dark that he actually gets used this game. The projections seem to think that he will be used this game, but obviously we never really know until we find out what happens on the court. He's been on the court. He just hasn't been accomplishing anything in the last couple of games. So this line used to be 14.5. They dropped it to 13.5. Now it's 12.5. So I'm just going to take a shot on it here while it's low. And then I do have a lean. We can go back to that TJ McConnell prop over 10.5 points and assists. I also like taking his first half fantasy score at 7.5 or his full game fantasy score at 15.5. Those all did not cash. Well, the first half fantasy score did cash in the last game, but the other 2, the full game props, did not cash in the last game. He just had a bad game. I'm hoping he gets back on track here. He's going to get all of the minutes that Tyrese Halliburton doesn't get, and when he's on the floor, he has the ball in his hands. He's aggressive. He dishes it out to his teammates, and he takes a lot of shots in those few minutes that he's on the floor. He's over in 3 of the 4 games against the Thunder so far. All right, so the best bet summary, we are taking Tyrese Halliburton over 6 field goals made, Jalen Williams over 4.5 assists, or we could pivot to Jalen Williams over 10.5 rebounds and assists, and then Isaiah Hartenstein over 12.5 points and rebounds. And our one lean for this slate is TJ McConnell over 10.5 points and assists, or his first half fantasy score over 7.5, or his full game fantasy score over 15.5. So that's what I got for you today. Hopefully these are winners, and we'll check you back out tomorrow when we have 6 WNBA games to talk about.